Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone Podcast, where we discuss all things crypto market. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, HBAR, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we're going to talk about the continued macro rally led by XRP and Solana. We're going to talk about a $420,000 Eliza humanoid robot, not for sex. And we're going to talk about the lawsuit looking to give money back to people who've been rugged on Pump.Fun tokens. GM, I am fired up for today's show. I don't know if it's an overdose of caffeine. I don't know if it's the market's absolutely pumping. Bags going up across the board. How are you boys feeling? Clemente, how are you doing today, buddy?
Dude, it's simple, right? Screw Clemente. Send USDC to $2. It's going in the strategic reserve. There's no reason $1 shouldn't be worth $2. We got Solana. We got XRP. The two big winners this cycle. You know who doesn't have a strategic American reserve, Ray?
Everyone but America.
Chile. Specifically.
I don't. No, they don't. They really don't.
Thank you for confirming it. Yep.
They're cooked.
No
Ray, I've never been prouder to be American. Never been prouder to be American.
You're not.
Today
I
feels
literally
absolutely
am.
No.
I'm just like you, buddy. I'm just like you.
Are you? Are you? No hablo?
We have been on quite the shift in sentiment from Monday to today. We went from it's so over to like we are absolutely giga back.
One of us called the bottom, and it wasn't Clemente.
That is true. Clemente was not the bottom in this scenario.
No. It was a top for once. I would know.
Insane.
Yeah,
What are you
so
drinking
like
over there?
we'll get into the show, but I mean, I'm feeling like some euphoria on the timeline. So I'm like, is it time to sell?
No, Ray, do not sell. We just broke out of this consolidation, descending wedge, downtrend. XRP, by the way, is going to flip Ethereum. 100%. Like soon.
All right, so what does this mean for my XRP meme coins?
Much higher, dude. If you're not a holder of Army, you're doing something wrong. And I'm not talking about that Army token that bridged to Solana from Blast that Clemente almost CTO'd and was offered a position as the general council member of. But we got to focus here on XRP Army. That's the one. That's the one. For whatever reason, dude, I hold none of it. I hold zero XRP. I hold no Army token. I hold Solana, though. All
right, that'll work. Yeah, so here's my XRP bags. You have to basically do it in Telegram. All I have is Finks. I sold my Army. Or I have this Phoenix or whatever. Up 46%. But I sold Army, I sold Scrap. I'm also holding Pongo.
Yeah,
this is down bad. But yeah, I had a bunch of Army. I sold that for a gain. Scrap, I sold at a loss. That came back. So it's just Phoenix right now for me. And I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just like seeing people make these trades. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to jump in for some small money. I mean, this is, a total of 120 XRP in here. So it's just like me trying to figure out what's going on.
I also got to give credit to Sea-Dog on his doodles buy.
Let's go.
Up 10.5% today, 17% on the week.
What are we at? What's the price?
5.4. Yeah, nice pivot. That was a nice rotation. I'll give you that. That was a great rotation. Jirasan also over 0.9 now, 0.92. So those are moving nicely. I'm happy about that. Finally, please send those to 1.5 ETH so that I can nuke the bag.
Oh my god!
It's so much
just
more
transparent.
Bag on NFTs. Like you're looking at. I mean, I guess.
Oh no, I'll take offers. I'll slam the offer button. I'll just absolutely destroy the order book. There's no concern. Ray, the other thing that's cooking, Critters Cult on Solana.
That's on my list today to talk about.
Up to 22 sold. Almost all of mine sold last night.
Top 10 in market cap on Solana.
I have 2 left.
So Mad Labs, Clean Starts, SMB, Geckos, D-Gods, Fat Cats, Tensorians. I don't know what Infinity Flares are. And then
Infinity Flare is it's like a liquidity DEX routing tool. They do a bunch of shit on like the infra side. They're really OG. They're from like late 21, early 22.
Gotcha. So the legitimate collection. Critters Quest, number 10, market cap on Solana right now. 23.6 sold.
I have 2 left. I sold 42 of them between 18 and 20 sold.
Damn, that is a absolute cook. And you got them probably like sub 4, right?
1.7.
Yeah.
1.78 was my average.
I cannot believe I faded Beanie. Like I told myself, like Beanie's building something, and like he just didn't capture me on like what was going on. I was like, he's showing his own bags here.
So like I got slaughtered on that green game, the weed game he had, 420 game.
Right.
Absolutely wrecked when he was pushing that pretty heavy.
I did well there.
I got cooked because I just believed that he would pull a wolf game with Pop, and he didn't. But now he's just trying a gamified thing on Solana. So I'm like, yeah, this is fucking beautiful. Let's try it. Yeah, dude, it's just up and to the right. Like this thing is fucking nuts.
And you were talking about this for
back
days.
in December.
Yeah, so like
I first made my buy. Yeah, and I just sat on them. I literally just sat on these because I was like, I thought they'd go to 10. I sold like 5 at 10, sold another 5 at 15, and then listed the rest between like 18 and 20, just like every 0.2, and they all just got taken out last night.
Antoine Algene in the comments. Can you gritty for Critters Quest, Clemente? I just sold mine.
Damn. I mean, dude, what a cook. What a cook. It feels, dude, everything is pumping. Like, I don't know. We can talk about it like later, but everything, like, I feel like a genius right now. But I'm like, yo, this is not ideal. This is the time to be like.
That's what I was just saying. I'm saying, like, when Clemente feels like a genius, like, that's when you should probably be trimming. I sold a couple things this morning, like smaller, like non-conviction plays, just to like,
just to feel something.
Not to feel something, but more like to like hedge risk, because the things are like, if the market dumps, I don't know if they're going to like come back. If that makes sense. Like I sold like a Brazilian AI token this morning that I had no idea why I was in it. Like maybe ISOBeast tweeted about it like 2 weeks ago, and like I bought it, and it all of a sudden was worth like 20x what I bought it for.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got a lot to talk about today. Who wants to handle the weather report? Is this an easy or a Clemente today?
I can take it. I got it.
All right. We got a little Clemente action. He's going to actually hit the right button on the first try here, which is going to be fun.
Always forget which one it is. Worth it. Oh my God. All right. It's this one. Okay. It's bottom right. Today's Thursday, January 16th. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. What a time to be alive. Looking over at the crypto roundup, the majors continued their rally with Bitcoin over 99,000. We got Ethereum over at 3,300. That thing is a stable coin. And Solana up 7% to $210. A little bit of a pullback after rallying to almost 220 this morning. The leading top 100 coin was HBAR, which is up 20% on the day to a $14 billion market cap. Over the past 24 hours, news broke that Donald Trump is receptive to the idea of creating strategic reserves of tokens founded in the US of A, including Solana and XRP. XRP ran 16% on the day and now sits at $190 billion market cap. Ethereum, watch out, is coming for you. Next up, AI16Z's Eliza announced production of an AI-powered humanoid robot, not for sex. The robot has a $420,000 price tag and specializes in conversation, emotional, and productivity tasks. Side note, would. Finally, it was a busy day in the terms of crypto enforcement as the SEC formally filed an appeal in the XRP lawsuit. News also broke that Trump's SEC overhaul may freeze pending enforcement cases. It's a beautiful morning. It's going to be a fantastic day as we round out the week. Very, very soon. Ray, back to you in the studio.
Excellent weather report. As always, Clemente. I love throwing the little wood in there for Eliza. Dude, this is an absurd. This is an absolutely absurd thing. 420,000 price tag. Have you clicked the pre-order now button?
No.
It just opens up. It opens up an email just to them, just like for general interest, essentially.
It's so stupid. Yeah, I'm just totally going to pay this. So I was talking to someone this weekend, and he's ever since I can't shake this feeling. But basically, he said that his theory is that Shaw is in love with Eliza and is doing everything in his power to create this robot that he can eventually feel physically. So he's going to get married to this thing by the end of the year, I think.
I don't think it's out of the question, out of the possibility that Shaw like tries to push like robot x-human marriage. Like that needs like a poly market bet. Does like Shaw marry a robot in the next 5 years? I think the answer is yes.
By the end of the year, he marries Eliza. By the end of the year, put it in stone. It's January 16, 2025. By December 31st, Shaw will be married to Eliza. Done.
Done. All right, so let's look at some charts here on the back of this. AI16Z, it rallied a little bit yesterday. Little pullback this morning, got up to 1.7 bill in terms of market cap. We had a local low just around, just under a buck, under $1 I think Easy and Kicks both got in there nicely. Still looking at 50% even after this pullback. What do you think about AI16Z here, Easy? Like, is this cycle going to be
higher?
Is this going to like what, $5?
Higher, just higher. I don't know where, but dude, if he has sex with a robot, higher.
All right.
So we're going 2 coins that are going to 10x in 2025. Is this one of them? Can this hit $15?
What would be a bigger situation, Kim K and Ray J, or Shaw and Eliza?
Kim K and Ray J.
Kim K.
Really? I think Shaw and Eliza might take the cake.
No,
I feel like people are already having sex with robots, and no one in the general world cares or knows who Shaw is.
So Ray, I think this is still a good. Like what I don't know what else would outperform it, at least in the short term. Like the next.
What about Eliza itself?
This feels like a good runner. Eliza, there's 2 of them, right? So which one do you buy? The one that's at 93 mil is crazy.
Yeah, I think so. This is the one that's tied to the robot. This is the second one, the one that Shaw shilled and killed the first one.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole.
Does this go to $1 bill if that robot comes out and Shaw marries it?
Goes much higher.
Right.
Well, what would be interesting would be like if Eliza keeps getting more and more upgraded, right? So if she does live videos, if she does like live streams, tweets out selfies or whatever. I don't know what she does as far as what
You're saying the actual robot, right?
No. I'm saying like the personality, the Eliza personality, right? That's kind of what you're buying into. There's like the brand or the IP. Eliza wakes up.
Who cares about that? Like, there's gonna be so many people who do that. Like, there has to be a differentiator, and it's this robot, right?
No, dude, no one cares. This robot is the chances of this thing actually being made, right? This is like 2 years out from being made.
I think they can slap this on and like make a prototype in a month if they wanted to have something out, like walking around. They could skin something that already exists, drop a lot of money into that. Because I think like it's just the virality of this event. Like it's just the virality of it. It sets it apart from any other AI agent. Like, damn, this one's a robot. Like it's an attention game, and I think that just gets the most attention.
I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole. But yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, wild. Absolutely wild. How many people pre-order this?
I'm about to.
Oh man. All right, moving on. So it was an interesting day for the SEC. They decided to file an appeal against XRP in the lawsuit. And then Trump says, not so fast, my friends, and says, you know what, we could, pause all pending lawsuits. I don't even know if that's like something he can do. But he's looking in his SEC overhaul to like freeze pending enforcement cases. And I have to imagine like if he's out there saying like U.S. companies that like have tokens and if he wants to invest in them, I have to imagine he wants them to like be free of this like legal consequence. So like he's meeting with Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple. Like he has ties there. I can't imagine that like this Ripple case is going to go on throughout the presidency. So like it's just funny watching the SEC out here like trying to like sneak in like a last minute like FUD appeal here prior to the Trump administration. Easy, you've been talking about XRP ETFs for a while, and now with an XRP strategic reserve on top of that, maybe we can look at like XRP price action, look at a chart and like try to just guess like where we're heading from here, like what that could look like. Because I mean XRP has been very divergent from the other majors in terms of price action. Like it has led everything essentially this year. It's not pulling back as hard and it's running harder on market pumps. What do you see in the XRP chart and like what would you be looking for like from here? Is it just more of the same or
$4.30 and then 660? Like crazy. This chart is absurd.
ETH probably, right? Well, it probably comes close because you figure ETH would pump a bit as well.
XRP to flip ETH by market cap. We can find out what I think it's like. Pretty close there. It needs to get to 674 to flip it. You know what the other sleeper chart is? My favorite. The one everyone told me was crazy. H-bar. 37 cents.
They told me H-bar wasn't a buy at 37 cents. Is that what, 14 bucks now?
Dude, look at this chart, dude.
That's the XRP chart, essentially. If you zoom out the all-time XRP chart, that's exactly it.
Yeah, but H-bar hit new all-time high.
remember that?
You could have bought
that?
this for 5 cents. It's done a 10x since October. A
So
true 10x.
You know that meme coin you sent out that rug yesterday? If you just flip this graph upside down, that's it. That's it. Dude, I can't even trade the trenches. Like, I'm taking a hiatus from the trenches for the foreseeable future. I've been absolutely slaughtered. I'm defeated. I'm defeated. Like, they won. The trenches won. They won. Dude, you know it's trouble when Easy's announcing retirement from the trenches as the market is just going absolutely bananas.
The trenches won, dude. Well, when I say trenches, I mean the pre-bonding to sub 500K. Like, I'll buy shit in the $1 million, $2 million range. I'm done buying anything that's like... Honestly, it's got to be a couple days old at that point, too. Because, dude, I dropped that video on 5 mil and under market cap coins, and that thing absolutely fucking cooked. Like, that port's all-time high now, which is incredible. And it's like, I deployed 23 SOL. We're sitting at 35 right now, largely on the back of some shit called Jailbreak Me, which ran to a $12 million market cap, up 2.5x from the buy.
Wait, so how much did you put in a Jailbreak Me?
Not just that, I bought 5 coins. 4 of them I put 5 SOL in, and 1 I put 3 SOL in, because the one I put 3 SOL in was like a 150K market cap. I just liked what they built.
What was that one?
It's called Lily AI. It's like a VTuber, virtual YouTube person, working product. The other one I got rugged on was Aria, which was the same idea.
I didn't buy Aria. I sized into Lily AI at 100K market cap.
Yeah, the whole Pengu bag. I saw the buy. You giga candled it to 800K.
How many? That 3 SOL you put in?
Yeah, there's like nothing in it.
I put in 25.
That's what I'm talking about.
100K market cap.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Nick, how you feeling today? It looks like you're a little hungover, according to Sound Money here. Did you have a?
You're gonna let the commenters do that, dude?
I can't stop the commenters from commenting. I don't know what you want me to do.
Dude, Sound Money's just roasting you right now.
Nick's hair didn't even.
Yo, Sound Money's about to be banned from this channel.
Sound Money's called me gay a couple times, Nick. It happens.
You come in hot. You coming in hot, Sound Money.
Dude, Sound Money is look, I've learned to not think that he's just a terrible person. I've learned to not think that, but he is a huge ETH guy. It's tough, man. It's tough.
He's like one of those people that's like, yo, you ugly. Roast.
Your mom's a hoe. Roast.
Yo, you grew up poor your whole entire life. You didn't even have shelter. Roast.
It's like, dude, that's just mean. He's like, nah, man, I'm just fucking around, bro. Like, my bad.
Yo, you dumb.
Clemente is the only phoenix rising from the trenches. Everyone else is struggling from Tanuj to Core.
My guy Tanuj to Core is poetic, man.
How do you feel being the phoenix of the crew right now, Clemente?
It feels good, man. It feels real good. But it also feels toppish to me, like I was saying earlier.
Yeah, bro, you're printing on Ponchichito Conquito or whatever the fuck the Pepe Frog was. Cooked on that. Your Doodles buy is up. Somehow you made a great rotation. Like,
we're all giving him shit. Like, why'd you flip that? And ends up.
It was a beautiful move to dump the Mad Lad and buy a Doodle. Beautiful move.
I actually think I'm a better NFT trader than I am meme coin trader, but
you have one trade and you use that as a data point, dude.
Oh yeah?
You're
yeah?
like, I have one.
Hey, air him out. Let him know.
He's the Clemente, meme right now.
You fucking suck at everything. Boom, roasted.
It's the meme where it's like Michael Jordan walking into the game with the sunglasses on, and it's like NFT guys after they made $50.
Yo,
hey, Clemente, you'll be good at nothing in your whole life. Boom, roasted.
Hey, Clemente, you're retarded. Boom, roasted.
Wait, so is Clemente a phoenix rising from the ashes just because of the selling the Mad Lad and buying the Doodle?
Clemente right now.
Yeah.
I love this guy. Hey, Clemente, you got a very strong and supportive family. Boom, roasted.
Here we go. Blade throwing down the gauntlet. FT1 ETH challenge. Clemente versus Nick.
In this market, you got to go more than 1 ETH, though. You got to go more than 1 ETH. There's so much shit that's like 0.6 to 1 ETH. You'd have to do 5 ETH. Because you at least got to disperse the port a little bit and get some like moves. NFTs aren't going 0.1 to 6 ETH right now. So you got to find the shit that's like that That's why I was so like pro Girason, because it's sub 1 ETH. It feels like an easy path to 1.5. You look at like the stuff that's moving right now, none of it's the low stuff, unless you got that free mint DK NK, whatever it was by Loop, which DXNK, which went 0 to 0.4 and now back to 0.2. But dude,
because he announced he's launching an AI coin.
What?
He announced, he's like, warning, I'm launching an AI coin. It's going to be on Abstract, I think.
Dude, that is the most bearish bullshit I've ever heard, dude. Oh my fucking dude. Everybody now is like, all right, listen, I don't got shit for ideas, so let's take a chat GPT wrapper and have that bitch respond to you while you sleep. It's like, all right, fuck it, let's pump it 3x. I hold DXNK. I hold 2 of them.
He, like, out of the kindness of his heart, gives Easy whitelist.
I'm not talking about him.
I'm not talking about that guy that just gave me $1,000. I'm not talking about that guy. How much you give me?
4,000 each.
What? You gave me $1,000?
Shit.
We were walking yesterday and thinking about Easy just nuking charts of things that he got free whitelist for, like just with no emotion. He's just clicking the mouse, like going through his business during the day. And people like that are making their life's work on chain are just like, what's going on here? And Easy just like, just fucking dump.
100% slippage. Like just send this shit. You see the chart? It's like nuke. Yeah, that's what it. I'm sorry. It's just business. Nothing personal.
I was de-risking. I was reallocating capital.
I want to have a quick discussion here. Let's look at the 1 hour chart to determine the fact that we got a nice head and shoulders here, PO.
Okay.
Hey, screw that chart, Nick. Open the Solana chart.
I had it open this morning.
Solana chart leads this cycle. The rest of the cycle. Strategic American Reserve, Solana, XRP, USDC. Send USDC to $2. Send Solana to 1,000. XRP flipping Bitcoin at $64.
All right.
Made in America crypto. Made in America.
USDC to $2, baby. Give us inflation on chain.
We're an American company, right?
Yeah,
we are.
Yes.
So no tax. Maybe we get a strategic reserve of Bodogos going on.
No, we're a non-profit.
So for those that aren't aware of how the head and shoulders pattern works, it goes like this. You run up these 3, and then basically, boom, the chart just goes like that. Okay? So that's that's probably what Bitcoin is doing.
That's good. That's great.
I have a question. Reverse jinx again, Nick? It worked last time, trying to run it back again.
What's that?
Trying to run the reverse jinx again here. You called the head and shoulders and we ran.
I mean, let's be honest, actually, if this really was at some point you call it enough times and you're going to be right. In this case, it really doesn't have any impact. Real quick, this ends up actually just going like down to a deathly 96. I mean, that somewhere around here is where we're going. So
we got a first-time viewer watching Nick analyze these charts. Neil Shahani. Yo, what's up, Neil? You're overweight.
Okay.
Boom, roasted.
The best part about roasting first-time listeners is they don't know the inside joke about roasting first-time listeners. And they're probably just like, what the fuck is going on?
This guy's just mean. This guy's just rude.
Your name just sounds overweight, Neil. Get a new name.
Your face looked like you smashed it against the wall. Boom, roasted.
All right. Well, anyway, so real quick. So
hey, Neil, you smell bad.
Okay. So I sold $1,000 yesterday worth about 0.3 Ethereum or something like that, 0.32 Ethereum. 25% of my bag of that thing that the Ohm founder made. What's it called? Anon or whatever?
Hey, yeah, Anon.
I put $1,300 into it. It was worth like 5 G's yesterday. And Clemente was like, you got to take some profits. I was like, actually, I think you're probably maybe right. And why don't I go ahead and just like take
You should always take initials, in my opinion. Like the way you should trade, just leave profit to move and you don't give a shit about the bag at that point. Like always be taking initials. Always.
Yeah. So I did that, right? I did that. And so, but now I got this ETH on base.
Yeah.
Sitting there.
Love that.
Leave it there. Base season is red fucking hot, dude.
Okay, but to deploy.
So if you want to deploy,
bullish
my brother in Christ, may I introduce you to the cat? that resides on base.
Miggles?
Its name is Miggles.
All right, fuck
And
it,
I'm
let's go.
telling you,
Let's
Miggles
go.
is going to get listed within the next, I'm going to be conservative, within the next 6 months on Coinbase. Miggles gets listed.
It's
I'm gonna be conservative within the next 6 hours. So you're gonna probably want to buy this
By the end of today,
Okay.
It's a
So
57 M
55M market cap.
here's
right
the
now.
problem I have with that PO is Toshi got listed on Coinbase. That did a 2x, right? So you're holding a 2x for 6 months in this market. You could put that into some AI plays. We could 3x that in 24 hours. How does that sound?
Thing is, this is a PO.
Never, ever tell
that
me
sounds
how does
good.
sound again.
That sounds good. Clemente,
This is a good
so
chart.
Is it? Is
Yes,
it
that's a descending wedge
Yeah.
off the breakout, retesting previous high. This is exactly
That's-
where you should buy. The second it breaks up, it's going to go above all-time high. Like, that chart is actually so good. You're sitting at previous peak after the retest. Like, this
Hey,
is a
drop the
beautiful
CA.
chart.
Drop the CA in the private chat, dude.
Throw it in the private
Even Nick
chat.
is like, this is a dude. This chart looks very good.
Yo, drop the CA in the private chat.
So I'm gonna buy this first. What about the virtual?
Hey, no, doing that before you drop the CA
in
in
the
the private
private
chat.
chat.
It's in the
Hey,
private
there's
chat, it's in the
CA
private
and the
chat, it's in
PC.
private chat.
It's in
Yeah,
the
the CA's in the PC.
Jesus.
So
Oh God.
Pio, you want me to keep
you were
hitting
asking
with
about
some
virtuals.
Virtuals. Yeah. What's up with that?
So it's at a 1.76 bill FDV. I like virtuals here. My main concern is even a remote competitor to virtuals could pull mind share from the base token. The only benefit that virtuals has is that all the liquidity is denominated in a virtual pair. So what I mean is when an agent launches, you have to swap their token for the agent token. So that's what's giving it liquidity and volume, which is like a little bit better because now there's like a reason to use the token. My main concern though is the virtuals team just came out and said that they're selling the fees, which are in virtuals. So they're dumping the fees and buying agents. So you're gonna have a lot of sell pressure.
I just bought half a soul in Miggles. How much? Oh, sorry, half.
You mean half an
ETH.
ETH?
Should I buy in whole ETH?
I did a quarter ETH.
I like a whole
bought
ETH in
full
it
ETH at
personally.
62. So that's what I did.
You got it.
What
You
did you
got
do?
an ETH.
I put a whole ETH in at 62 right after the Toshi announcement.
And what is it at right now?
55.
So he's down bad.
Yeah, down.
I'm
bad.
in for another 0.25.
Dude, you guys, can you just buy NFT XBT here at 20 mil instead? Thank you.
All right, give us the pitch on
On
XBT because I don't
base.
understand it yet.
It's an AI agent, a KOL, an AI XBT that's just like AI XBT except for NFTs. And it's going to be hyper focused on NFTs. The bear case is that the audience is too small, but the good case is that people send it like goes hard on NFTs. Yeah, I think this runs when the bot launches, and if it is good, and it seems like these guys have been building it for quite some time, they just put out another update. I don't know. It feels like this thing goes to 50, if not 100.
I mean, you're probably right, but if it hasn't been out yet, like the thing about AI XBT is that it's so good. No one's been able to like make anything anywhere close to AI XBT.
Think of that, Clemente.
In terms of like ability to post native takes that don't seem like a robot that people actually like enjoy and like ingesting. I don't think
I like the
won't
chart.
buy it. Okay.
I like. Hey, Ray. I mean, I appreciate your analysis, but we like the chart, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
You know
it
what
looks,
I'm saying?
I preface it by saying, hey, this probably goes up, but I'm just worried about the risk, so that's why I'm not getting it.
NFT XBT. Okay, and it's at a
20 mil.
20 mil. I'm putting 0.1 in.
Clemente, is this your 10x for 2025?
No, my 10 extra 2025 is just fart coin. Honestly, I'm
Just
just
fart coin.
I have a bag. I wish I put more in, but I was a little nervous. I put in like $1,200 or something at an
You think
average-
Farcoin goes to $10 billion?
I am not selling it until it hits 10 billion. I'm not selling a single bag of this. And if I lose money on it, I'm fine. But
Well, this is a good conversation. So I dead ass have been thinking about this between Fcoin and things like Pengu, and then looking at previous targets from the last cycle of Dogecoin going to 40B, or sorry, more, right? I think 69B for Dogecoin, 42B for SHIB. What's all that noise? 42B
That
for
was my
SHIB.
fault. I opened up a desk drawer. I'm sorry.
Anytime Easy does anything at his desk, it's like fucking World War II sound effects over here.
And we're like ducking. We're like,
It's PTSD.
I mean, yeah. Anyway, so like for example, my baseline assumption is that the Pengu situation is that they want that thing to go high as all shit, and they want to be able to say like, you know, we have the best meme coin of all time. And Fartcoin, look, every cycle things randomly emerge as leaders, and Fartcoin is simple and silly enough that a lot of times in crypto, it's like, how mad is CNBC going to get? Last cycle, monkey pictures got people really, really mad. A coin literally called Fartcoin has already attracted mainstream attention. It's something that is interesting to me. I want to know how high. I mean, if you ask Murad, then these meme coins are going to go insanely high, right? That, according to him, they're going to go dumb high. I don't know where he puts those meme coins. He's just like, no, you need to get Giga and lock in. But I mean, like, I don't know where he puts these other meme coins. He's like, it hasn't been out for 6 months. It's not a cult. But yeah, I don't know.
so I've got Murad's list here. We can look at it for the last 24 hours. I mean, lock-in up 23%. Are you still holding, Pia?
Yeah, I got the lock-in. That's the strongest. It feels like that's the strongest performer that I have on BullX besides Anon. This thing's always kind of moving.
Yeah, nice. I mean, it retested, but it bounced off the 786 fib here a couple days ago. So nice little run for a lock-in. I just like, it's so hard to like take him seriously. Like he's just like so entrenched at this point in like his beliefs that he's like pretty much stuck. And like what he said essentially is like, hey, I bought these coins and I'm holding them for the market cycle because they're cults and one of them is going to be the next Doge or SHIB. But like it's so tough to do that at like a snap point in time because anything that comes out afterwards, like you're basically not even touching or like you can't touch. And the problem is that like this space moves so fast that something could come out a month, 2 months, 3 months later that just surpasses all of that entirely in terms of memetics and cult. So like, yes, you may be in the best ones at the time, but the space moves too fast to like have all of your capital continually deployed into those coins. But I mean, he has his strategy and I guess we're going to see if it works out for him. You know, it's a long year. I mean, his coins are down right now, but who knows what's going to happen in 6 months.
He's balls deep in this stuff, like really, really balls deep in it and obsessed with meme coins specifically. As a former Bitcoin guy, he used to be a Bitcoin guy, and now he sees value in meme coins, which, you're taking a leap there, but a lot of people would agree with him, and he's done incredibly well thus far. Look, it's just, quite frankly, man, it's just hard. It's fucking hard. These things are volatile as shit. It almost makes you want to put like $20 into the ones that you're interested in. Wait until you're down bad on the $20, then ape. Because it's like no matter what, when you put money in, if you're trying to hold these things, the price is going to go down. What are you laughing at, Ray?
Kix is in the crowd on the Predict Sharks account yelling at Clemente. Talking about his Fala call from the show yesterday.
Kix just loves it. He really does. He absolutely loves it.
Dude, he's been doing really well on like the base side. He posted in a chat where in like a Discord group with a bunch of like base focused stuff and was like, yeah, I just stopped trading the pre-Pump.Fun shit and decided to just go crazy on everything going on over in the base ecosystem and made more money.
I mean, I've talked about base. Base is absolutely, it's so interesting. Is it safe to say that the crypto Twitter sentiment towards Coinbase right now is poor?
I would agree with that.
Is that fair to say that the overall sentiment right now is poor because of the Solana thing first and then other things? Is Ray frozen? Oh no. I don't know. What do you get? Like, does that impact base at all? Bitcoiners.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Bitcoiners are mad at Coinbase because they will not buy Bitcoin. despite being like literally Coinbase. Like you'll see comments from Bitcoiners that are like, well, I wonder if they got one Bitcoin yet. You know what I mean? But then I look at Base and I'm like, well, that's fucking really interesting. You know, that's something that I think, and that's technically made in America. It's not a token, but yeah. I don't know if that affects Base. I would imagine that it doesn't. Oh, locking accounts is the other thing. Yeah, there you go. This is inaccurate, Casson, because crypto Twitter hates equities. So say, Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to take him off. That was like a machine gun typing. Casson is off on this. I'm sorry, Casson. I'd say maybe 1% of crypto Twitter holds.
I'd say less than 1%, bro. Like crypto Twitter does not buy equities.
Yeah, I don't hold Coinbase stock. Anyone else here hold it?
You don't have any, Ray?
I have Coinbase stock.
I have hundreds of thousands of dollars of it.
I have literally millions.
I own Coinbase. Like Brian Armstrong is my employee.
He was just talking down on me. He's like, yeah, I want to be a Bitcoin legend this cycle. I hold so much MicroStrategy. I hold so much Coinbase. You have no Coinbase? Oh, cool, Ray. Glad to have you.
I'm a billionaire.
Do you have any equities? By any equities, do you have any Bitcoin mining stocks, Coinbase, or MicroStrategy?
I have MicroStrategies.
Look at you. Okay.
Yeah, I got it at $500.
Actually?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Well,
yeah, PO, who's early now, dickhead?
Okay, cool. So yeah, T Ward saying his 401k as Coinbase stock
roast.
Nick, what's look, if you're gonna make a move right now, Nick, what's that Nick move? Nick's got good instincts. What's that Nick move right now?
My move is to pay my taxes. I basically put
very excited for that.
Well, I put all of my money into literal like crypto months ago. I'd sold stock from a company I was in, and I just like bought Bitcoin and also Solana, and I'm up on all of those buys. But I don't know, you know, the government's come home and said, you owe us 50 G's. And I'm like, yo, that's a pretty penny. What the hell?
Borrow against your 401k.
Borrow against your 401k.
That's what I just did to buy MicroStrategy stock. It's actually sick.
Borrowing against your 401k to pay taxes is gnarly. That's
Not really.
That is the strategy.
Not really.
Man, fuck 'em.
The 0% interest loan. What it actually is just a speculative attack.
0%?
You technically pay interest, but you're paying it to yourself.
Yeah,
So
you're taking a loan against your own assets, so you are both the banker and the counter. You're the counterparty and the primary. So you are loaning the money to yourself.
Oh no,
it's basically it's like a future loan to yourself. Because after Pio mentioned it, I went into the 401k app we have and looked at it, and I was like, "How does this make sense? Like, you're just gonna give me a portion of this money, and I have to pay it back, but I'm also just paying on top of it and giving myself the money."
Because
it's giving you access to the capital that you have locked up.
It's your money. That's the point.
But yeah, you get the money and there's no tax on that money.
Exactly. Yes.
That's what a loan is.
But it's your money. Like that's the confusing part. It's like you're taking a loan from yourself.
You're now learning how the billionaires avoid taxes.
Yeah.
Easy. That's how Elon Musk has access to capital, despite the fact that it's now come out that he's a deep, insecure liar.
Roasted.
I had a lot of respect for him playing those games because I'm a big Diablo 4 guy. I'm a big Path of Exile guy, and I love the AARPG genre. And I was like, damn, if he has time to like be this good at these games, I wasn't like really paying attention to the streams or like watching them. I was just seeing like him on the leaderboards. It's like if he had this much time to be this good at these games, like he is just like a superhuman considering all the other shit he has to do because it takes a lot.
Turns out he wasn't
that good at those games.
It's weird to lie like on the lie about the merit of your own skill set with like a video
game. To lie about being a top 20 speedrun Diablo player is the weirdest thing I've ever heard. And like this is coming from a dude as a child. I played the ever living shit out of Diablo 2. Days and weeks of time spent in that game. For this man to be like, you know, I've built rockets. We're gonna go to Mars. I'm hyper focused on depopulation because I want to personally repopulate the world. let's just lie about being nasty at Diablo. It's like, what the fuck? Of all things.
What's the better one? Lying about it, or just like dedicating 8 hours of your day every day as Elon Musk to like becoming that good?
It reminds me of when Dave Chappelle does the Cribs episode where he has a sweatshop
in the basement.
His house. And I'm like, that's kind of baller.
Dude, that's the joke, man. Chappelle Show. So many of the jokes we've done in our skits basically come from the foundation that Dave Chappelle built with that show and Neil Brennan. Real quick, so on the tax optimization stuff, there's also interesting shit you can do if you own property. I'm not a real estate boy, as you guys know. I don't think Nick, Easy, or Clemente are. Ray's a real estate boy. There's interesting things that you can do. There's interesting things you can do, like cash out refis. Those make sense in a lower interest rate environment. They would not make sense right now. But let's say, for example, when me and my mom refi the house that she bought last year, you can do a cash out refi. You don't pay any taxes on that cash that you took out. And then you can buy another property with it. So you can get a kind of property flywheel going. You can also you can borrow. Some of the best loans that you can do is borrowing against property, because it's a hard asset. It's better to borrow against property than borrow against, for example, stocks in an investment account. Or obviously right now, there isn't really a super duper bulletproof nice setup for borrowing against crypto. There just isn't. People go Ave, but it's like, yeah, dude,
you still can't get that into a bank account and spend it, is the thing. Like, yeah, you can borrow against Aave, convert to USDC, withdraw it, risk your account getting flagged, have all that money locked up, get liquidated because it's locked up for 6 to 8 months. Like, until I can just show proof of a wallet address, sign a message saying it's mine, and take out physical cash to spend against that, there's no easy way to off-ramp. Like, dude, every time I withdraw money right now, and I've been consistent about withdrawing this cycle, like very adamant about making sure it hits the bank account, I'm stressed that they're going to freeze the account. And I've sent documents. I've been able to get a hold of people like Coinbase to make sure it won't get it locked and what I need to provide. And I still get stressed because I'm just like, you guys locked, dude, you locked Mike Dudas's account. Like a business account got locked. So like, I'm just some fucking Joe Schmo. Like, I don't know. Like, that's terrifying to me.
Yeah, we don't want that. Real quick, Manny, friend of the show, friend of ours, really good guy. He said the best mechanic to do that on is life insurance, and I think he's actually right. Although I'm uneducated on this. Rom loves that shit,
and also TikTok loves that shit. And what happens is so there's some people that go on there and they go deep into the weeds of TikTok to understand the life insurance leverage plan that you can come up with here, where you're just basically depositing in that all day long, taking out, loans against it. I will say one thing. There's some limit. Like, let's say I borrow against, so what's the interest rate that I'm getting at our 401k?
I don't even, again, you pay the interest to yourself, but I think it's 7%.
Well, I know you pay it to yourself, but so is the minimum payment just the interest?
No, the payment is, it's a fixed timeline. So if you're buying a house, get this, by the way, if you're using the capital you borrow from the 401k to buy a property, then it's a 10-year repayment baked into your paychecks. That's very cool because that's a super speculative attack on the fiat and 401k system. Michael Saylor would approve of that. So would Mike Alfred. And real quick, I think I'm speaking for them, but I think so. But the other one would be 5 years. So literally do a 7%. It's 7% interest on the amount that you do. The max that you can do is half of your 401k, and it's paid back over 5 years and every paycheck gradually.
So 5 years is the duration.
Yes. Everyone's commenting that we're dumping right now. Okay. I mean, we can look at the chart and be like, oh, the price is going down. What are we going to do? But I mean, it's like, dude, Trump's getting inaugurated next week.
In 4 days. It's because we opened up so high on the S&P though. We have another gap to fill. So like we probably sell off today and tomorrow, fill the gap, and then resume up only into the inauguration.
You're saying inaugurated.
Yeah, I'm using a New York accent.
Inaugurated.
Real quick. So Wolfie, friend of the gang and active community member of Bodagos. So real quick, he pointed out, he said REITs, real estate investment trusts, are my worst performing part of my portfolio. I've never liked those ever, because I think you're getting none of the good of real estate, and then you're paying
for someone else to benefit on it. Like, exactly. I don't know. Sometimes there's
I've
decent
got
dividends
I've
on
got
them.
some good ones.
But they're
Yes,
not going to
FRT, Federal Realty Trust.
I know. The only thing is these things aren't going to outperform the Teslas, the Bitcoins, even the Metas of the world. And you're not getting all those real estate benefits like I just talked about, like being able to borrow against them. There's no, you can't go in them. You can't live in them. If you buy a fucking property, you can actually live in it and then borrow against it. And, it's a hard asset in your portfolio. To me, REITs is like a weird psychological thing where, like, I have a friend from high school that's about to buy like a multifamily. He's just obsessed with real estate. And I'm like, just buy Bitcoin. Like, and he has some Bitcoin, but he's like, he can't do the Bitcoin thing. He's like, I need real estate. I'm like, okay. All right.
It's consistently the worst, but it's at least it's a diversification. That's what you're doing.
I know, but I'd rather get real estate than the REITs because you can actually, it's actually not that big of a deal. You can do a 5% down payment on something and people are like, oh, you're going to pay the PMI. Dude, the PMI is going to be like $2,400 a year. It's not even that serious. So it's like, why not buy the real estate with as little money down as you possibly can, as long as you can make the monthly payment, and then invest in high upside assets that are digital, whether it's a stock or obviously Bitcoin or like something in crypto. People that are gambling their asses off in crypto is a different conversation. That's not what I'm talking about, right? Where it's like, my whole bag's in like fucking one meme coin or something. That's a different talk. But if you're having a long-term investment strategy, that's what I think about when it comes to real estate. I will probably buy a property this year for the bare minimum down payment and just make sure that the monthly payment is low enough and just have it and then just be like, all right, cool. There we go. We're rocking and rolling. We're in the property game. Obviously, I appreciate the diversification thing, Nick, but I'm just like with REITs, I don't know, dude. Not with REITs. Manny said REITs are the DAOs of real estate, and DAOs suck. So there you go.
So changing gears a bit,
DAOs
I
suck.
don't know how you guys interpreted this tweet.
I've
yesterday
had
from
some good REITs. I just want to end on that note. Okay, I've had some good REITs.
OSF with a cryptic tweet yesterday. I feel like if I tweeted what I was thinking, it would piss a lot of people off. Just to be clear, I do not believe the top is in, but I do think some things outperform others by quite some margin. Is this the biggest nothing burger post you've ever seen in your life? That you can
I think it's just him saying that the AI shit is bullshit. Like, I think that's
Oh,
really what it is. Like, I think he's like, Fartcoin will outpace all AI coins. And everyone's like, well, you don't understand. AI is the future.
He said the opposite. He said AIXBT flips Fartcoin.
Yeah, but that's one case. I think in general, I'm looking more like the AGI stuff that we've been seeing. That's one case. But like when I think about what he means by this, and obviously we're speculating, I thought it'd be the top is in. Like I thought that would be the big thing here. Which, if Clemente, you remember we talked with Mando and OSF, and both of them said they expect a short-term top around inauguration.
Daddy Nick with a savage comment of OSF fell off since having a kid. Good God, Daddy Nick. That's just absolutely savage. Real
The
quick.
thing about first kid, though, is you have like more time to like bullshit on crypto Twitter because like you're taking care of a baby that you're basically just like holding and then like on your phone while it's sleeping all day. Like you don't necessarily have less time. You might be getting less sleep, but like that less sleep is like basically scrolling crypto Twitter. At least it was my experience with the first.
Fair. Bachelor Society saying dude was late to AI. Okay. Blake saying one kid is easy. We got some fathers out here just saying, hey, one kid's easy. I'm sure the fathers had to do a lot. I'm sure it wasn't on the mom at all with the little kid. I'm sure it wasn't on the mom. So anyway, real quick. Okay, Overarch said Ave lending. Anyone doing this? I do think some people are doing Ave lending, but the thing is, why are you doing it? When I used to do the Sharky loans on Mad Lads, in my head, I was always like, why is this person borrowing money from me? Like, what are they doing with the money? This is like a 7-day loan. And if the answer is, oh, I got this play that I got to plow money into, dude, you're playing with fire, bro. That's something. I don't know about that. That's interesting. Last thing on real estate is if you own a property for a long time, like let's say I'm sure there's somebody listening right now that's been a homeowner for over 7 years. For example, they've lived in their home for over 7 years. Ray, is that you or are you less than that?
5 years.
5 years. That's a good amount of time, Ray. And you have the capital to buy another property and you have a good rate on the property that you're in. What's your rate, Ray?
2.8%.
Oh, unreal rate. Stupid rate right there. Holy shit. when you rent out that first, like if you buy a new property and rent out that new property, the first property, especially given currency debasement, the way that it's been operating, as long as you live in an area where there is liquidity for rentals, which is like I think, Ray, where you live would certainly qualify for this without question. You don't live in the fucking boonies. At the end of the day, so David Fowler said Meepio. Mirzda said him too. Mirzda's got a property for a long time. At the end of the day, the cash flow you bring in is sick. Like, we're renting out my mom's first property. We're bringing in like $1,500 profit a month. So it's like, okay, that's not bad. That's some nice dry powder coming in on an ongoing basis. You pair that up with some MicroStrategy covered calls. Hey, look at us. We're making fucking money. We're making income. Okay. An extra $400 a month on wicked conservative covered calls on MicroStrategy on top of $1,500 profit. You're up to almost 2K. Once you get 2K, what do you do with that? You 10X that. Once you 10X that, what do? I put 5K down on a multifamily, right? So I put down only 5K.
Okay, dude.
I got 8 units. Okay.
Yeah, a couple things. Yeah. Renting is nice.
Renting
is nice if you can swing it, but the issue is if you start renting and then for some reason you need to liquidate the initial house, you have to pay capital gains on the house.
Sure, but why do you have to liquidate the house? You positioned yourself well so you don't have to do that.
Right? Yeah, or you rent in a mainstream liberal place and you got these goddamn squatters.
Yeah, you have to make sure that you are safe and you do have a buffer to do that. Secondly, I love how like PO just becomes more like physical asset, like risk off, like as the cycle goes on. It was like Bitcoin, then Bitcoin starts popping. He's like, well, this is too.
But he's right. Like he's rotating. He's rotating
strategies, and everyone's like, oh, now I'm in MicroStrategy. He's like, no, real estate. Let's get out of here. Let's go further away from.
He's right. He's right.
To be clear,
it's gonna be gold bars soon. He's like, all right, gold bars. Here's what you can do with gold bars.
Real quick, to be clear, my positions, and this is on wax, and I've kept the same energy, and I'm not going to change that. $100 trillion market cap for Bitcoin that you programmed, not in the next year, but over the X number of years, $100 trillion market cap programmed, $1 trillion market cap for MicroStrategy programmed. And higher for things like Solana that are made in America crypto, baby. Made in America. Come on, let's go. I like that.
So you got 100 trillion Bitcoins. That's a 50x from here at 100K. So that's what, $5 million Bitcoin?
Programmed.
$5 million Bitcoin programmed. You heard it here first. If you buy one Bitcoin, you're going to be a multi-millionaire in the next 10 years.
It's really, really, really hard to make time predictions on this stuff. And what happens is if I say 10 years now, that's actually going to sound like an out to lunch take because it's like pretty soon, right? For $5 million Bitcoin. Then as the years go on and you're like 4 years in and Trump's like, Bitcoin's the best. It's $1 million. All of a sudden the 5 million doesn't sound like, you know what I mean? Like all of a sudden your insane prediction is looking like a given. And people are like, yeah, well, everyone could have seen that coming. It's like, well, at the time that I said it, it's not really the case. Gainesy actually had a tweet about this today where somebody said,
the ceiling, like,
are you pissing on your ceiling?
I got a strong stream. When I urinate, it's like power washing. And I'm literally just spraying the ceiling right now. And that's what you see staying in the ceiling. No, it's a rental, dude. This is our winter rental right here. But anyway, real quick, Gainesy had a tweet where somebody said, someone was like, I just finally got 0.1 Bitcoins, like 0.1. So like 10 G's worth of Bitcoin, right? And someone replied and said, amazing. That's your retirement. You know what I mean? And Gainesy took a screenshot of that. And he wrote, I used to laugh at people that said stuff like this in 2018, and now they're all millionaires. Take it from Gainesy. He's been around the block.
Take it only gambling addict extraordinaire who went gambled all the last 2 years nonstop. Is 5'1".
Is he 5'1"? No, he's not.
I don't know.
The best was when Luigi Mangione was on the run and crypto Twitter's just jamming Gainesy. They're just presenting a false
Pio.
Yes.
You can only take a loan one time from this.
Ever?
Yes.
All right. Well, I did it. Boom. Done.
Before we wrap, I really
give me that money.
This one too. Berwick Law notable crypto law firm. They actually have a case against the Hawk creators. They have a legal tweet yesterday. Legal action alert, Pump.Fun. Berwick Law is pursuing legal action on the behalf of investors in Pump.Fun meme coins. If you lost money on any Pump.Fun meme coins, you may be entitled to compensation. Read more below.
Did they make a coin about this yet?
I haven't looked.
They did.
Yeah, meme coin launched yesterday.
I've been out of the trenches. Like, this is really funny. Like, I wonder how much money you needed to lose, and like how, like, are they suing Pump.Fun for like irresponsible devs?
So,
like,
well, they try to sue everybody. Like, Burek
Right.
Law tries to sue literally everybody. They're just like a very good at the attention game. I don't think anything's gonna come from it.
Dude, did Haley Welch literally abandon her fucking entertainment career?
Everything.
What?
It's gone.
That is diabolical that they fucked her that bad that she has abandoned a like meteoric rise.
Well,
she had a podcast on Jake Paul's network. She's sitting Jake Paul's on her podcast. Like, what the fuck?
I wonder if like the whole thing was based on the token, because there were rumors about her launching a token immediately after that story broke. Because there was the Hawk to a token that launched like organically after the meme that like did well. And then she was talking about like there were rumors swirling about her launching a token like immediately. And she went on she became like a crypto Twitter shit poster. She was like Bitcoin, Solana. So like I think the whole time she had an exit strategy of token. Like I think that was just the whole thing. I don't think she was trying to be some like attention getting thing. I think it was all just like a means to an end. Someone's like, here's your path to making millions of dollars. If you follow this, you'll get this token. And then that's my guess.
So. I think she was.
Then why stop? Like, why would you stop if that wasn't the goal?
After everything that happened, she probably got she pre-recorded a bunch of podcasts. Those guests are like, yo, I don't want to be on this anymore because this is just a bad look. I'm not trying to get hate for being associated with you. She probably got dropped by, I don't know if Jake Paul or Logan Paul dropped her from the network,
Dude,
but she definitely lost sponsors.
No, she's a child. And basically, she was getting the most hate that she's ever experienced in her life, probably threats on her literal life. And she's not used to that. And so the outcome was, this ain't worth it. I don't want to deal with this shit. I feel like shriveling up and disappearing for a period of time is probably what happened. And so the stupid advisors that she has, she said commenter said her lawyer told her to stay silent. Her lawyer is probably the same fucking person who was her lawyer before she launched this token and said, yeah, it's all good. So like, I've seen this happen so many times where the person like fucks their life. Basically, it's actually crazy how many times I've seen this. But basically, they completely screw their life over. And they keep going back to the same advisors that got them to the same place that they're at right now, which is the dumbest thing you can do, because your whole setup that you had in place before this happened got you where you are today. And so I think that's the thing that like this token was so stupid. She had a way to like get out of it, basically. Like, I think what she should have done is like really taken the position that she got screwed over by these other people who took advantage of her. And she needs to have an immediate lawsuit against those individuals, basically. Like, I don't know why there's all sorts of things that she's not doing, which just feels so weird. Like there's that said, if you make an apology, if you make an excuse, whatever it is, then that could be used against you. So she's in a place where she has to just shut the hell up.
Well, according to Berwick, I mean, like we talked about Berwick, like she said
Bob Berwick.
She said she was supporting the Berwick like claimants on the Hawk coin. So like I guess she was probably cooperating with Berwick to provide them information to help the case of the people.
Actually, Pia, we have to go shoot a video about this tweet about the Pump.Fun.
I'm down. But we have to drive for that lunch first, and then when we get back, we can do the video right away. We can write it in the car. Bo Berwick. That's right. Bo Berwick from Berwick Law. Yeah.
We've covered a ton of stuff today. We covered macro. We covered Trump's strategic reserves, SEC enforcement, Barrick law,
Real estate
NFTs,
strategy.
real estate strategy, 401k loans, taxes. Anything else we want to talk about before we wrap?
I actually think this 401k thing is interesting. I'm actually not going to take a loan against it, hold on to it, and I like it as a real estate investment, basically, for using your down payment. That's
Down
the
payment
most interesting.
You can also, so the loan, by the way, is only a certain, I think it's half of the total thing. If you do it for real estate, I think you can take significantly more.
Really?
So what I saw, I think you can take up to 90%. I may be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure you can take substantially more if it's for a first-time house. You have to basically have some of the paperwork done to confirm it's going to be used for the house. But yeah, I think you can get a much larger loan from it if you're buying a house. Because I looked at this too when PO sent it, and I was looking through it, and I was like, do I just buy a fuck ton of Solana with this? And then I waited and was like, well, I could get an FHA loan because I haven't bought a house before. Use the retirement fund. So I'm already, with FHA, you're going to get sub 4% in current market and only have to put down a fraction of what you normally do with a traditional loan and be able to take it from the 401k. So you could probably cover all of it and signing fees, if not 80 to 90% of it.
Could I get the $2.5 million apartment I was looking at the other day, which is the entire floor of a building here in Miami, and then throw that shit under the Homestead Act?
No, Nick, buy a house.
face.
So real quick discussion on this last thing. I was also looking at self-directed HSAs. As Nick, you know how I asked you, I was like, hey, what if we got an HSA program?
Do it.
through our
Yes.
business?
Yes.
Hold on.
We can't.
We can't because we're too small. But guess what? If we just do high deductible healthcare plan, and by the way, we're up for our benefits renewal right now. So if we select a high deductible health plan, which Ray wants, he just expressed that he wants it. I want because I want an HSA.
Well, he didn't express that he wants high deductible. He said he wanted an HSA.
You need that for HSA.
You need an high deductible health plan with HSA. You need
exactly. That's part of the law. I don't think Easy gives a shit. Easy just cares about making money. He doesn't care about his health. Just kidding. But anyway, you can just, as an individual, get an HSA plan through like a trendy fintech company, and the back end is Schwab, and you can self-direct it into whatever you want. So you can plow it all into MicroStrategy real quick. It can spiral out of control in terms of growth, and then you can pay for your fucking gym through it and shit.
So here's the way that PO's whole system works. Basically, you're going to take everything that you have, loan against it. You're going to want to have zero remaining after this. In fact, you're going to want to go negative in terms of your actual liquid net worth. You're going to take all of that and you're going to put that into MicroStrategy. You're then going to start selling covered calls, because this is a zero risk opportunity for you to go generate that. This is very interesting. And always remember, take a portion of it, deposit it in Fcoin, because that bad boy is going to 10x over the next 2 years.
People are acting like anything I said there was even quasi illegal. I'm literally talking about traditional finance maneuvering, right? Like literally.
It's literally what the big wigs do. Every single one of them. It's what they do.
I mean, he's taking MicroStrategy's advice. Like,
if I took the high deductible option, your boy would have paid 25 grand for his broken arm. But having HSA,
that is a slight concern for me too. Is like, yeah, like, you know, the history of some health issues. A high deductible would probably just fuck me.
Well, but there is a deductible. How high is the fucking deductible?
$40,000.
Is it?
No, it's
I don't know.
It's way less than that. It's like
Like
$6 grand, right?
I think it's more than 6. I think it's more than 6. I think it's like 15.
I mean, 10's okay. We can skirt with 10. We can make it work.
Our deductible right now is at least at like 4K.
Dude, keep in mind, we're all like, we're thinking about it in our world as if it'd be too good to be true. You know, normal ass people that don't have like $1 million of fart coin at companies that make like 90 G's or something. Like some admin at a healthcare company, she might have a high deductible healthcare plan.
That woman also is considering committing suicide on a regular basis because her life sucks. Like, she literally, her husband went and cheated on her. She's furious about that. That's like a situation that she's dealing with. She's in the middle of a very heated divorce. It's not clear where the kid's going to end up right now. She's going back. She's traveling an hour a day in traffic because the fucking traffic in Miami has gotten awful ever since all these New Yorkers came down. So she's basically going back and forth every day and saying, when will it end? I bought into crypto because that guy Pio on the podcast said I should do it. But then I got robbed, and I actually got all my crypto taken from me, and I thought that I had an opportunity. And so that's where I'm at right now. That's the average person, Pio. But she's really excited about your HSA program that you're offering her with her high deductible insurance. Turns out all this stress has been causing a lot of health situations for her recently because stress is probably the predominant indicator of whether or not you're going to be dealing with any sort of health situation. So not only is she dealing with the healthcare situation, a crippling divorce, and daily traffic of nearly at least an hour and a half, she's trying to figure out where can she make some more cash right now. And she also has a fucking mortgage because everything was going well 2 years ago, but now the relationship has crumbled. Okay? And that's where things are at for that woman that you were talking about. But you want to talk to her about how REITs suck? I mean, geez, like, have some empathy.
That was excellent. Also, like, Pio is literally following Michael Saylor did too. It's like, take all your money, plow it into Bitcoin. Then take all your time and find all these obscure ways that you can plow more money into Bitcoin. And then sell every asset you own, have zero liquid net worth, and plow it into Bitcoin.
Let's see if it works out. It will. Don't worry. It will.
Oh, man. All right. We've been going for 70 minutes. That's going to do it for today's show. Thank you all for joining us. Ton of fun today. You can catch us on all major podcasting platforms, Spotify, Apple, 7 days a week. Actually, just 5. I lied. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Watch us back on YouTube. Thank you so much for listening today. Have a wonderful Thursday.